Hello, hello, hello. My name is Stacy. I'm known here as Flighty Rambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. I'm going to be working on following the prompts off the list of the DEPHEMEREMBER daily ephemera inspiration, hosted and put together by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and luiseheinzl, both of those ladies found here on YouTube. I'm going to be working on prompt 2 today, which is stars and paint samples. And I found my paint sample, and I know I have a few options for stars, so I thought I'd work on the paint sample first. I don't want the color there, so I pull out my stash of goodies and find this. It's the second piece of tissue paper off of a napkin. You know, when you peel the main image away, you get those two other plies, and this is one of them that has the faint impression of some lines. So I'm going to use a paintbrush and water and pull out some layers of this tissue paper because I know I want a lot of texture on this background. So I'm going to use a lot of collage glue and this tissue paper. I'll wad it up and squish it up, and then when I lay it almost not quite flat, it'll have all this wonderful texture, and I'll keep layering on different layers of this tissue paper until the front and back are both covered. That was a lot of glue and a lot of tissue paper layers that I needed to dry. And once it's dry, I'm realizing how flimsy it got after the paint sample got soaked with my collage glue, which is just a mixture of matte Mod Podge and water. Now, once everything was dry, it's still kind of flimsy, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do about that. But for now, I'm simply going to add some gesso. I take it and just apply it with my fingers, rubbing it into the nicks and grooves and valleys because I want to reveal all that wonderful texture that all those layers of tissue paper created. I'm going to take a piece of cardstock and I'm going to use it to back my project, but I kind of don't want to cover it up, so instead I'll hinge it. I'll just make a little booklet, and I'm just checking to see if it fits into the envelope from yesterday. So yesterday I did prompt number 9, which was tea and envelope, and I posted that video yesterday. I'll put a link to that in the description below, as well as a card up there, so that you can go and have a look at that. That's the project from yesterday, from tea and envelope, and I'm creating this paint sample and stars to go into there. I'm creating a little packet here. For the life of me, I honestly don't know why I chose to start using a glue stick today. I don't use glue sticks. I usually don't, but I know that this grid paper was really super thin and I had no idea how it would respond to the collage glue, so I decided to use something that I see the ladies using a lot for junk journaling, because it doesn't buckle the paper. So I'll put this grid paper on the front and back of this cardstock, and then I'm going to find a way to hinge it. In the end, I'm going to choose some washi tape. I have a collection of washi tape, so I start rummaging through it, deciding what I want to put to use as the hinge. I'm looking for colors, and I'm keeping in mind that I do have splashes of red on the envelope, that fluorescent red, so I'll probably follow red through as an accent color. After all of the glues are dried, I'm putting the projects together. I did add some washi tape, just some measuring tape, washi tape on the front and back of the textured background. And I'm going to cut it here so that it fits inside the envelope, and I'll end up with 2 pieces I can add to my stash to use in other projects. The colors don't go together very well, so I decide to take that walnut stain spray. It's walnut crystals that I've added to a spray bottle and reconstituted it with water, and it creates a really glossy, grungy, wonderful brown color. And I'm going to be careful to just leave some of the white space, like some of that white space. So I'm going to move the spray around with my finger, and I'll go in and start drying it, and then I'll add a bit more. I'm just building up colors until I get the depth of brown that I see on the envelope, so that really dark, beautiful, grungy brown. So for the stars portion of this prompt, I've decided to pull out some of these crystal stars, and I'm just showing you here. I know when I see this ephemera in the stores, I always end up choosing the clear or the crystal because you can color them with markers and it can become any color you need, and therefore you don't have to bulk up your stash by having different colors of the same things when it comes to these things. So I've shown that I can color it red or pink, but for this card I just want them the regular crystal color. I'm going to build up a bit more color of the walnut stain. I still don't see that dark, beautiful, dark glossy brown. And after that's dry, I'm going to take some gesso, water it down, and make some splats. I'll make some splats on today's project as well as yesterday's project. Once everything's dry, I'm going to use Eileen's tacky glue and glue the stars down. I'm going to use that walnut stain and make some splats on both projects on all the sides. Now on the inside of my little booklet that I've made, I'm going to use the grid paper to my advantage. That's actually why I chose this paper. I'm going to write, "Without the dark, we'd never see the stars." I love touching both of these projects. I love touching them, I love showing them off, I love pulling it out and the little booklet and feeling that as well. The texture I've created is very tactile and the paper is very malleable. It moves very easily and feels great in my hands. So that'll be it for today. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and a like. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. And until my next video, bye bye.